let me put away my shield.
Yes, great words to start off a stream with. Hello, people.
Oh no.
Hello, and welcome back to Minecraft Monday. In the last few weeks, obviously, I haven't been on Monday because of extenuating circumstances, but thankfully, I was able to actually get shit done today, and we're starting at the normal time.
Yay.
Due to the minigames menu being a little glitched out from what I understand from VK89 telling me, and the fact that
Yeah, it
I've
was
just
acting weird.
and I've just been in a bit of a buildy mood myself, we decided to make this an entirely just chill build stream, and if the minigames keep working like that, we might just go to chill builds and pop a minigame in every now and then. Because honestly, the minigames are a little...
Beard.
I did. For those who
Nice.
haven't seen yet, I spent a little bit of time the other day adjusting my facial hair and my coat a little bit to make myself look a bit more regal and have my beard properly reflect what my beard in real life looks like.
Yay.
Hey!
Oh, gee. That was an accident.
Hey.
Sorry, accidental potato
Come
punch.
back here, motherfucker.
I would kill you. You don't have your armor on.
Oh, that's true. You'd still probably kill me. I don't have a helmet. So off screen, we have been doing a bit of building, and from this, if you've watched any of the other episodes, by a bit of building, I mean I spent almost 2 entire days this week between this week and last, building a wall and doing a bit of terraforming around the outer areas of Rome, specifically getting this district walled off as best as I can. There are a few areas that we still need to work on, i.e. a portcullis over there. We still need to have the tram system going through it as well. We have a sea gate that we now need to build somehow that I have no idea how to build one that will stick within the theme that I have for this wall that I've built. And we still have another wall to reach over to the city of New Rome right here that I didn't build because I want to coordinate a few things with the MK9 first. So we'll probably get that done at least tonight. That'll take like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to do. One of the things I wanted to do, if you didn't have any other ideas, was to start digging through this thing, because what I've realized post building the wall is that I'm fairly certain this is going to go straight through it if we dig straight.
Yes. I noticed that too. And we could totally do it that way and just like have a...
Well, here's the thing. What I want to do is you tell me your coordinates, and then I'm going to go over, because I have a suspicion, like you stay there and tell me your coordinates. I have a suspicion that, no, stay on the outer side. Like, you're right. Stay there. And...
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Not F4, F3. There you go. Which one is it? I guess it's going to be Z. Because left to right is doing Z. I want to get the exact Z coordinates of the edge of the wall, and because if we can, I'm perfectly fine with it going through the wall as long as it's not halfway inside the wall, halfway out.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be halfway in, halfway out is the thing.
I don't think so. I think it might be just on the edge, and so all we have to do is not put any like windows or anything on the right side from that, and then it should be able to basically seamlessly go inside the wall and then pop out on the other side, probably one of those angled areas, and it would basically just become part of the wall at that point.
Okay.
So my current coordinates are negative 14x. Is that right on you?
Oh, negative 14. Okay.
So
sorry.
So that should be vastly different for you.
Yeah, negative 118.
Yeah, okay. What is your Z?
In my brain, I was thinking...
What is your Z?
My Z is negative 23.
It works. It is right on the very edge.
Okay.
Which, now that I think about it, might mean that it has one block over to the side. Because you're sitting on the rail area, right? Like you're sitting on the rail line. So that means that that rail line is in line with the wall where it would intersect. And since you have it like 2 or 3 poking out, that means it would have to be poking out 2 or 3 from it, which means it would be like bulging out of the wall a little bit when it hits that area.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
I'm going in a straight line on 23.
Yeah, because I saw that, and for some reason my brain it clicked. It's like, oh, they're in line. It'll be perfectly fine. Nope, because you have to have the outer areas of that too.
Yeah.
Right. See what I'm talking about? And if we move it out any further from like towards me, it's going to further cinch probably one of the smallest areas for the river, which I really want to keep intact, the river, as much as possible. So
what if we move this wall back, like away from us?
It would to do so enough where it's going to be out of the way of the because it's just barely on the edge. If we moved it back in, we'd essentially just be like cutting off this entire little peninsula inside this river and turning it into like a small lake or bay or something like that, whatever it's technically called. I'm gonna turn off 3 now. So my thought process is, and I know we twiddled around with this when we were talking about it earlier, is instead of having it just stick in line, perhaps we have it. What are you doing? Perhaps we have it dunk underneath, go all the way underneath the river and everything, and then pop out on the other side, right there, right next to the wall. We'd have to dig yet another tunnel for it, but it would look a lot better than anything above ground, in my opinion.
So I guess I'm not following you. Why wouldn't, like, moving the wall, like having the edge of the wall, like, hold on. Let me get blocks sorted. If we had the wall, not here, but if the wall ended here and came in like this.
I didn't see what you did.
So, like, if this wall right here is gone, and this is the edge of the wall, is what I'm saying. So that this railway goes right next to it.
You mean right alongside it?
Right.
We would basically have to tear down this entire section of wall and probably the vast majority of the angled wall, which is one of the biggest pieces as well, to get it to line up properly.
Oh, the angled wall would mess it up.
It would mess up the angled wall a little bit, yeah. Not to mention the all the pillars and everything. It's a lot of work we'd have to redo for that. Plus, I don't like the idea of it just being like a tumor on the side of it.
That's true, too. Okay. Well, let me fix this hole in the wall that I made.
Yeah, my whole thought process of this is that the wall itself is meant to be unscalable to those inside the poor district. So,
right.
I'd rather not have a place for them to build a ladder across and on top of to get to the base of the wall. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you think it should go just underground? Where are you thinking of it going underground, I guess?
So we have it popping out right here.
I don't see where you are. Oh,
yeah,
hello.
Right here. So we have it coming out of the wall. I'm fine with it coming out of the wall right where it is, and we can have it keep going for a little bit. Basically, right where it meets the mountainside, probably like right here where I'm standing, we have it. Starts going. We have it start going
down.
Yeah, we have it start going down here, and then all the way over. Yeah. Man, I wish there was like a. I guess we could make potions for running faster, but that would be a pain. I was about to say, I wish there was some sort of cheat I could do, but. And then once it's past the water, probably on this little small hill right here, we can sort of have it popping up right here. You see where I am? Where are you?
Nope. I am in the center where the prison is, by your work chest.
Go to the 0, 0 column and then look towards the Great Wall.
The Great Wall? You mean the Greater Wall?
The Great Wall.
No, that's the Greater Wall.
Alright, you see me?
Hi. Yeah.
So right here where it has like this little hill that I'm on, we have it coming up here and then come out through the wall. if you want to keep
Okay.
it coming out in this section right here. I'm fine with this area having like a small little exit here. The only thing is that we'd probably have to build like a military installation around it to keep the poor people from being able to exit that way.
So it doesn't have to be like exactly at this level. This was just to give us an idea of where this would be
Right, but
in
I
case
like
there.
this level because right if you look across the water, it's in level with the area I flattened out as well.
Okay.
So it
Yeah,
would
we
make it
should
a
keep.
lot easier because this way we're not having to go up and down much more than we have to, really.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we need a military building, and we're kind of doing that with every rail line, just how it seems to work out.
And then I had several ideas, and I know we went over like briefly like what we want to do with the space for the area behind the wall, which I don't think I've shown off how much terraforming I've done. I tried to keep it to a minimum as best as I could. You have no idea how hard it was for me to leave some of the areas as they are.
Yeah.
It's just my build style to make everything into a massive turn the world into partially super flat, basically.
Yeah.
Like if there was a way to make a super flat map where like everything else spawned naturally, I'd be fine with that. I guess there's probably a way, but whatever. So I flattened this area a little bit out, adjusted the coastline so that it wasn't too weird looking. I chopped down all of the trees in the area as well, because they were mob generators. I lit up the whole area so that stuff wasn't spawning. So this side right here, where we have the swamp biome and a decent amount of flat areas, I wish to turn this. What is it?
How long has this been here?
Yeah, I think I did that like I don't know, yesterday or the day before.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But I want to get some of this stuff. I just want to get that plotted out with some of the leftover stone brick from the other wall.
Right.
Well, I say leftover. It's not really done yet. I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of popped in my head the other day. I want to do that. So this area on this side of the water, and by this side of the water, I mean the bit of the water disconnects from that other coastline right there.
Yes.
On this side of the fence wall, I wish this whole area to be a military base.
Okay.
And then
can do that.
That area right there, between the greater wall, the I don't know what to call this wall yet.
Your wall. The poorer wall. I don't know. The
privacy wall.
The lame wall. I don't want to call it lame, but it looks better.
The industrial wall.
The industrial wall, the privacy wall, the
Iron Curtain.
The Iron Curtain. Yeah, let's go with that.
For being in a Soviet warship, my namesake just will not leave me alone. But on the opposite bank, so it's kind of cornered in on all sides by the greater wall on that side, the Iron Curtain over there, and New Rome's stuff that's going to be basically bridging the gap between them. That is going to be the chemical plant, and with that, because there is that large area right there where you have a little bit of coast down at the base of the water. Specifically, I want it to have the drainage pipes pumping into the side of the poor people instead of out towards the ocean. Like they had the option to contaminate the ocean or the poor people, and they're like, we need to keep our ocean safe. Fuck the poor people.
Okay, sure.
So this section right here, where it's kind of a bit out of place and how much it's got that area around underwater, because if you notice, the vast majority of the walls on this side right here have a little bit of grass coast on either side, except for right here. So that's why these areas right here that I'm facing, kind of, is going to be where the drainage pipes are going to come out once I get the industrial area done. And obviously the prison's right here too. So the waste facilities are right next to the prison. Oh. So far, that's the only major plans that I have in my head. If there's anything that you want to add, criticize, or yada yada, go ahead.
Not really. I guess I should say what I said to you at the last second there before we started streaming. Um, these walls for the new Rome. It's based on this terracotta design that takes forever to build. Um, but the cobblestone, the way it looks, is very flexible in how it connects to things because I knew it would be impossible to have a wall this big be perfectly centered. All the little notches in the wall that you can see the terracotta. So I
Right.
purposely made it so that it's flexible and it can shift around if needed.
Interesting. Which means that we can build this on a proper 90-degree angle, heading straight towards the wall, and it shouldn't
Right,
affect the cobblestone cladding in any way, shape, or form.
right. And then one other thing that's a little bit of a tangent, but is kind of important, just so that you know that this is one of my plans. We go all the way over here. Should maybe sleep.
Probably.
Right there. We'll go to the one upstairs because I know how to go upstairs. And this
I
place
don't.
is
You
yeah.
built this giant, like, well, not giant, but you built this small maze of these couple of houses right here, and it's just
Yeah.
there have been a couple times where I got lost for several minutes when I was building because I ran back here to get into a bed or something like that. You were
Yep.
saying something about a tangent.
Okay, so a tangent way over here, all the way over here.
Oh,
Not even inside New Rome. You know, I've been talking about having an aesthetically pleasing farm to kind of contrast the Rome farms looking all industrial and very Minecraftian.
well, and part of it is that the original Roman farms that I built were legitimately just to produce enough food to make it so that we didn't have to worry about it. And I might have
Right.
gone a bit overboard in that sense, with the fact that
Yes.
the half the wheat field can feed both of us for a decent time. But it was early stuff. It was back when I didn't really care about aesthetics. It was it was
So
mechanical.
my plan is I'm going to tear down this forest and turn this whole thing in between the Greater Wall and New Rome into a farm. And then there's going to be a little village here outside New Rome where this lake is, just like a
Yeah.
lakeside village, pretty much. Um,
I hate the fact
I
that
had
there's still like 30 or 40 of these skeletal horses all around us.
don't worry about them.
It just
I
bothers me
think
to see them.
I forget how to
There's another
pronounce
one
it,
over
but
there.
I know how to spell it. There's a Roman lake that's fairly close to Rome called Albana. I don't know how to spell it, but that's what we're gonna call this lake, and um, it's gonna be a little village. So I guess this is
Okay.
just me saying I claim this area.
You claim this spot. This is not to be
Yeah,
done with. So you're fine with me
yeah,
chopping down the forest at least,
yes,
because deforestation is one of my favorite things in
yeah.
Minecraft.
Well, up to the
I should add on the notion of in Minecraft.
yeah, yeah, mostly inside the Greater Wall because honestly, yeah, even out towards where the village is, I'd probably by the time I eventually get to building that village, I'm gonna be wanting to do custom trees, and you can always just regrow trees. So
Right, there's no issue. The amount of freaking look, if people get on us about, oh, you need to replant the trees, the amount of fucking saplings we have are gotten to the point where we're burning them because we don't have enough space to hold them. You have any idea how much
yeah,
storage space in the last couple days alone from some of the deforestation that I've done? It is stupid.
yeah. Well, that's why we have shulker boxes now, or more
Yeah,
shulker boxes.
I didn't realize, but we have more shulker boxes than can fit in an ender chest.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I spent a bunch of time customizing my ender chests or my shulker boxes in my ender chest.
I need to do that at some point. At the very least,
Yeah,
just make them all dark purple so that they don't look like the baseline ones.
yeah. Well, yeah. So basically, I'm
What
letting
what is this?
that's that's a marker for rail where the railway will enter.
Oh, okay. I
It
was
was
like, what
just a
is
note to
this?
self kind of thing.
Oh, you yeah, I was just like, where did that come from? I didn't see you put it down.
The Enderman built it. Uh, no,
Wasn't there a video at some point back when they first introduced the Enderman moving around blocks where they just put like someone spawned like a crap ton of Endermen and then waited half an hour and tried to see if they could make like an image?
huh. Interesting. No, I have not seen that.
It didn't come. It didn't show it at all. It was just like random bullcrap. It looks like nothing. But
Huh. I do know that when Endermen were first added, maybe this was just in like what we call now pre-releases. I don't know if it was a thing back when Minecraft was that old. But that when they first implemented Enderman, they could pick up anything.
yeah,
Was that a thing that you remember?
I do remember them breaking a lot of my shit. Yes.
That sounds awful.
Well, it was more along the lines of you build like this, like I don't know, like a small cobblestone wall to protect yourself from other mobs, and then throughout the night, like say you built like a 2 or 3 high cobblestone wall to protect yourself from mobs. In the middle of the night,
Right.
Enderman alone would just like pull several blocks to the point where all the mobs got hit. It was annoying.
Yeah. Because I
But-
remember seeing
Oh, I forgot.
was it a tweet back then? A post from Notch where he said, "I think I made Enderman too overpowered."
Right.
Sorry about that.
So you can clearly see some of the changes that I've done here on this map because I have updated this map earlier today.
Nice.
For instance, if you look up in the, you can kind of see it on my screen from the cursor, but if you look in the upper right-hand corner, I've completely eliminated it. You're right in the way. I've completely. You're fine. You just moved right as I was explaining. I completely eliminated a small island right here, as well as several outstretching little peninsula things on the edges of some of the other islands. Specifically because I hated how it just took up the whole spot there, and there's an area that I need to fix on the wall now because it made me kind of like shunt the wall in a weird way, and I don't like it, so I'm just gonna make it straight the rest of it. And then I got rid of a lot of the little islands and most of the trees from the swamp area around here. This little bit right here I thought I got, but I'm gonna get rid of that sooner or later. And you can kind of clearly see again the new wall kind of reaching around and bending with the river. And it's just sort of going right there, and then it's gonna go across there. Let's see, get right here, and then this whole area, I'm hoping to turn it into a military facility to be basically the military base inside the city, because we don't actually have a military base. We have military type buildings, but we don't have a full-on base yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then this little bit right here is going to be a chemical plant. And yeah,
I have ideas for the chemical plant because Sonic.
yeah. I was about
No,
to
like, I have it
I was about to
designed-
make a joke about Sonic food, but I at a restaurant, but I couldn't think of anything good. It took me way too
Okay.
long, and now it's embarrassing.
You might want to put on your armor.
Man, my armor is getting beat up to all hell. My boots are in the red already.
Ooh, you should maybe fix them.
Yeah, I think I told you I got like 2 or 3 picks down into the deep red, and I even repaired one of the several diamond shovels,
Speaking
and they're in
of,
the deep red.
I am at 40 levels. Please don't kill me.
I'm sorry, you have given me a challenge now. No, what is it? So I've one of the silk touch axes as at the point where it's like doesn't even have a bar.
Yeah, the second one on the third row.
At the very bottom left corner, yeah. But the silk touch pick I've got kind of like halfway done. I didn't want to kill that just yet. Mostly it's the shovels. You can see I've got one of the silk touch shovels with not even a bar left. And then,
Oh, the silk touch shovel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other efficiency ones are fairly far down as well.
Oh yeah, silk touch shovel is down to 60 uses. Um, efficiency pickaxe.
Oh, and I took my
Probably
helmet off because it's down into the deep red too. So it's
okay.
the only helmet. It's the only diamond helmet in there that's like got a status bar on it. Is my helmet. I just took it off because I didn't want to
Okay.
accidentally put it on and then lose it.
What level are you at?
6. I have
Hmm.
re-enchanted so many of these tools to the point where I'm fairly certain most of the shovels and a couple of the pickaxes are out of the range of fixing.
Okay.
I also want to hold
Um,
on to my next levels because I want to add fire to the new bow that I did after smushing a bunch of them together. I have dubbed this one Replacement.
replacement.
Oh, and I have several tools that I need to commit to the logbook. Rufus and Efficiency 4, Silk Touch, and Unbreaking 3, Diamond Pick. The Great Uniter, exact same stuff, Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. So 2 really good picks that are well past being able to be fixed. And then Sword
Okay.
of Diggums, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4 is a diamond shovel. That needs to get interred. And then I need
Um,
to return one of the pickaxes. Or you know what, I'm just gonna hold on to this efficiency pickaxe that I borrowed because I need to work on that little bit of wall still.
okay.
I'm just gonna put my armor back on. Fuck it.
Well, give me just a sec, because I might be able to help you with something. Because
Oh,
you said you want.
and my Elytra is getting close to death. My name is Nate, by the way, for anybody who doesn't understand why this is Nate's Elytra. It is into the red, and one of the things I wanted to do, with your permission, is to grab that one book in the AFK farm that you built, the AFK fishing farm, and I want to take that one mending book and add it to this one, if you don't mind.
To your Elytra?
Yes.
You mean?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to do that.
I wish to ask permission because you were the one who fished it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm looking for it. There it is. I have no idea how many levels it's gonna take to do that.
Do what?
Diffuse it with the Elytra.
Yeah, whatever.
Um,
I've got 6. That should be good.
hopefully.
We got the skeletal farm anyway.
You were talking about a bow.
Yeah, I've got a flame bow that I
Oh,
got from the grinder already that I'm just going to mush into it
okay.
when I have the levels. It's just that the bow that
Okay.
I have, because you know how mushing them together technically counts as fixing it, and so it makes it harder every time you
Right.
do that. So this one is
Yes.
This bow is basically on its last replacement.
Right.
Well, its name is replacement. It's on its last cycle for getting fixed, and so what I want to do is, hopefully I don't die. I want to probably grind up off screen for a little while at some point, and use my next level 33 to smush them together and give it flames for its last run.
Okay. Okie doke. Well, let me see if I can get some Silk Touch picks
Why
going,
did I
because
run
they're
out?
the most.
Oh, sorry.
What?
No, you're good. I almost jumped in the skeletal farm because I thought that I was going over here for whatever reason. No, I need the mending book. Oh, did you take a bunch of these out?
What?
The books from the chest in the farm?
In the AFK fish farm?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I did. They're all in shulker boxes that I can give you access to.
I ran all the way over here because I was still in here.
Nope. Pointless.
Yeah. Huzzah!
Wait, no, don't do that all the time.
Yeah, I'd like to add that book to the Elytra and then fix it up. Thankfully, it's not as big of an issue if we lose the Elytra. It's still bad, but since we've got a couple backups now, it's not as big of a problem. What we really need to do is focus on the planning and building of a gunpowder farm, because I have used up all of our rockets.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah. One of the reasons why the wall is as good looking as it is I spent a lot of time looking at it from an aerial view.
Ah. Okay, so mending book. Not in there.
Oh, there's a lot of fun stuff to steal, though.
Yeah. No, seriously, take a look at the sword. That's in there, the enchanted one.
Holy shit!
I'm working. Yeah, and there's a sharpness 4 above it to make it sharpness 5. I just need sharpness 5 and then mending, and I have a sword with every single enchant. And I'm gonna call it Godsend.
My lord, what happens if you lose that sword? How bad would that be?
It's gonna suck, but
it's an eventuality. Unfortunately, there's no infinite lifespan on items in this game.
Well, I mean, in theory, you could not lose it. If it has mending, it's never gonna break.
True. Do you have a mending book, by the way?
Right there. And if you use that for the Smite 4, I will kill you.
Can you add Smite 4 to the Elytra?
I mean, no, but you could use it for a sword.
Hold on, what do I have? Oh yeah, I don't have Smite on Skullblade, so I'll probably do that.
Smite is worse than sharpness, so that's part of why it's such a bad idea.
Oh gosh. To add mending is going to cost 33 levels.
Holy crap. Disenchant it.
It's because it's so broken and I've repaired it several times before. To just repair it alone with Phantom Membrane is going to cost 35 levels.
Oh. Yeah. That's a thing.
Yeah.
So, we need to do that. So, why don't you put the mending book in our golden apple chest?
Right, because it is a useful enchantment. It's very rare. Elytra's back in here. I did borrow the other Unbreaking Elytra at one point just because I really needed to get some stuff checked out.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's why it's got a little bit of life off of it.
Just don't use it a lot. And
I can see how I can see how about adding the mending to this one.
That's a good idea, actually.
And
just name it.
Since mine's on its last leg anyway.
Yeah, and you can always name something. I found out.
Well, yeah. It's gonna cost me 9 levels. I have 6, so.
Go kill some things. It's nighttime.
Hell yeah! Let's go be suicidal. I realized the other day, after I lit up the swamp areas, that to get from basically the southern peninsula of Rome, where Sandhouse is, to an area where mobs will actually spawn, is either you have to go to a different continent or you have to walk a long time, because we have pacified such massive areas of this map now.
Huh.
If you think about how large-scaled our city is, and the amount of stuff that we've, the amount of torches and everything we've put down, there's not many areas inside of the wall left where stuff can spawn.
So underneath, it's going to be really, yeah. And whenever we have like a corner that's just got like level 7 and can just barely spawn it, there's just going to be spawns there every single time we go by it.
Die, babies.
I might just have torches sitting on the ground.
Oh shit! I'm trying to run to the hunting lodge. I have so much shit on my butt right now. Oof. Okay. How would I do that?
I need some wood.
I'm specifically gonna be looking for creepers. Because I
yeah,
need to replenish our gunpowder.
That's not how you make pick. I made a torch with diamonds, and
what?
That's.
It,
I tried.
imagine if they did that. Like, as an April Fool's thing, they implemented the diamond torch. And it didn't actually cast light. All it was you put it was a diamond on a stick that you could attach like the torches.
That's pretty good.
I thought I got you in sights. Am I overshooting? I was overshooting. Hey, got it. Ooh, hey, fuck you.
Unbreaking 3. Efficiency 4. I don't have enough levels. How do I not have enough levels? Oh, I don't have enough lapis. Okay. That's a better excuse.
Why am I... You know what?
Okay. I'm 80% sure if it's gonna be silk touch, it's gonna say silk touch.
This guy spawned with an iron sword.
What?
Well, the zombies spawned with an iron sword.
They do that. That's why zombie grinders are good for getting iron early in the game. Because you can get iron.
Oh yeah,
ingots.
no, he dropped the sword.
Yeah, and swords and gear, all sorts of things from zombies.
Alright,
Potatoes,
roam around.
carrots.
Yep. No, zombie grinder's good. That's why I'm kind of a little annoyed by the fact that I accidentally broke that one zombie spawner in the dungeon.
Oh yeah. Where was that we did that?
When we were exploring some of the caves and the quarry.
Caves in the forest. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember that now.
Sounds of experience.
Don't need a sword. I've got plenty of swords.
I wish you could get a looting bow. How OP would that be?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Just because that's one of the main reasons.
What they should do is put it on crossbows, because crossbows aren't as overpowered as bows. But then if you add looting, it would make more sense to use crossbows. I'm just a Minecrafter telling Notch how to make his game, or Jens, or Dinnerbone, or whatever.
At one point, I don't remember if I ever said this to you, but I had planned on turning the entire pig farm in Rome into a Dinnerbone farm.
Okay.
Just for the, to be like, these are our Roman pigs, and they're all set down.
Yeah, no, now that we've got a glass ceiling AFK fish farm, we're getting tons of name tags now.
Alright,
like I've got 9 right now, and I was down to 3 before I started fish farming in the new place.
I'm heading out to that one island that I tore out.
Okay.
Kind of show up. You'll be able to, at least on my screen, you'll be able to see what I did by the outline. So you can kind of see by the stone. I only brought it down to the one water level because I wasn't going to dig underwater because it's annoying. But it's basically this whole little island right here where the stone was poking all the way over here. It dug over into here, and this is the main reason why I have this weird looking, like, shunted in area of the wall. And that's that one building. That was what that was for, because the island was encroaching on it. I was like, there's no way to build the wall without it chopping off the river. And so when I was doing a lot of aerial reconnaissance, I'm like, that island just takes up space anyway. And so I deleted the island, and now I need to basically build the Great Wall down there and cover that up.
Nice.
To make that look better from that perspective. And then one of the other things that I did that probably wasn't as noticeable was that I went and I extended the area of the Great Wall. If you kind of go on top of it, I built all the wood and everything, all the level, all the way up to this finished tower here. And my plan is basically to get the rest of the Great Wall up to this level before I start building up any higher or building up any more of the towers. I want to have this basically be, quote-unquote, the foundation of the wall all the way around built as best to my ability as I can. And that includes probably like digging into a couple mountainsides, yada yada. But you can kind of see that area right there. That area I want to have start being like very nice buildings and like townhouses, yada yada. I say yada yada a lot.
I got one. I got a silk touch pick.
Hey, wunderbar.
It's
And
not
I'm
Unbreaking
at
3.
level 12, so hopefully I can get everything put together properly. I think it was 9 levels to add the enchantment. I don't know. It should.
Yeah, it was 9. That's what you said.
Right. It shouldn't be more than like 1 or 2. Here's the question though. If I don't fix the Elytra, and I get
Yeah.
it down to like 2 uses left, let's say, will it still only cost 1 or 2 levels on the first repair? Because I don't think this one's been repaired yet.
You're putting mending on it, right?
I am an idiot, you know. I completely forgot the whole reason for doing this.
Yeah, the only reason to have Unbreaking 3 on a mending thing is that it will go down slower. The durability will go down slower if you have Unbreaking 3.
Okay. Okay, so Elytra with Unbreaking 3. Book. 9 levels gives me an Elytra with Unbreaking 3 and Mending.
Nice. Ooh. All those chickens are kind of lagging me out a bit. Frame rate just dropped.
I gave it a really dumb name.
Oh.
Alright, there we go. It's now called Elytra.
Okay.
The ultimate Elytra.
Ah.
Get it? I literally just
Gotcha.
I put a UL in front of the word Elytra. Actually, no, I spelled it wrong. It's ULEYTRA.
Throw it to me. I want to read it.
Elytra. It's Elytra.
So yeah, now all you have to do is elite. Oh, okay, that's weird.
Don't worry about it. Basically.
But yeah, all you need
So I'm gonna
to do
test
is
this out, and I'm gonna put it on my body, and I'm gonna go to the skeletal farm.
Yup, it should work.
Hmm.
That's how my mending plate works.
I'm getting low on food. I'm down to 4 potatoes. What's an Irishman do with just 4 potatoes? That's not even an hour's worth of food. Oh wait, we have more food. Yeah, we have food there.
Yeah.
I was about to raid the diner.
You're walking away from where we keep our food.
It's like some guys. It's like some homeless dude walking by. It's like, I'm so hungry. It's like, here's a sandwich. Take the fucking sandwich. Okay. Oh yeah, we have a shit ton of potatoes in here. Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna eat this little stack of 4 first. You know what? I'm gonna take 2 more and put 1 in my ender chest. Because I'm an idiot and I keep running out. But, alright, my plan is to go to the skeletal farm and see this in action. Will it only bring it up to the top of the bar, or will it get rid of the bar if you do so enough?
Sorry?
Can you repair it to the point where the bar is no longer visible?
Yes. And Elytra will not go away if it fully breaks. I don't know if you've experienced that.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, you don't have to
Oh,
worry
you know
about
what? I
it.
did know that. I just never have gotten to the point where like I've always just been like, oh, I'm not going to break it because they're so precious few and rare. And
Yeah.
I just skip my mind.
I mean, it's a good idea not to do that anyway because if it breaks while you're flying, you
Yeah.
just drop.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. Didn't have time to warn stream. One second. I need to drink water. Oh. For Sakura Saturdays, I ordered something online. It's a clear voice vocal spray.
Oh, nice.
It's basically meant to stop your throat from scratching. I'll try a little bit of
Nice.
this. And now it's one of those things where it says it tastes like honey and lemon, but it's one of those things where you'd probably be like, "Oh, it's gonna taste like shit." It legitimately tastes pretty damn good.
Cool.
Turn that on. Forgot the switch. We've been so good about turning the switch off for the mob pusher that I keep coming down in here, staring at it for like a minute, and be like, "Why are there no skeletons?"
It's pretty good.
That's when you know you're really smart, that you're outsmarting yourself. Alright, only thing Oh, there's one. Alright, so... Yeah, we got mostly green bar.
Okay.
Nothing noticeable from one skeleton. But then again, I assume it takes a decent amount of XP to fix things.
Yeah, from one skeleton, not enough. Yeah, you might have to put it in your hand. I'm not sure how elytras work.
Oh, no,
exactly.
it's fixed all the way after 3 more. If
Yep.
I think if you're wearing it, or it's in your hand. And I was wearing it, so it's back to perfectly fine and normal.
Well, that is how chest pieces work, so...
Yep.
And I have a mending chest piece.
Whee!
What happened to the mending pants? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Oh, here they are. Well,
Okay.
that's something we can do right now. Just fix these mending pants and give them to you.
Well, I don't plan on staying in the skeletal farm for a time. I just wanted to see it actually work for myself.
Well, I mean, I have a bunch of levels. Don't you want these mending pants? I guess that's what I'm saying. We
I'm
kind
not
of
against
agree.
them since my pants are pretty fucked right now.
Yeah. Let me just level
Ow.
this protection up.
I think my current pants are protection 4 and breaking 3.
Right.
We could mush them together.
It'd be easier to. Well, would it?
The economy of EXP and items in this game got exponentially like more difficult to understand when they added in all the stuff where you can like take stuff out and remember when back in my day we didn't have these fancy enchanted tools. We just went down and found diamonds so we could throw them into a chest and say we got some. Actually, I remember playing when gold was the most rare thing.
Really?
Yeah. I played Minecraft way, way early alpha, and I always hated myself for not buying it in alpha to get the cape.
Right.
But I didn't have any income of my own because I was a little child, and
You were like a teenager.
yeah, child. But I remember like doing a bunch of chores and stuff and everything, and because I had been saving up all my money for the beta release, and so I got it after the beta release. And then like a few weeks later, they're like, "Yeah, everybody from Alpha gets a cape now because they got it beforehand." I'm like, "You could have fucking told me that beforehand." So I missed out on the Alpha capes, but I remember playing Minecraft back when it was just like that. You know how it like started out as just like a competition game?
Nope.
Like,
I don't actually know that.
Jeb and Mojan just built Minecraft for like a quick build competition game, like
Oh,
building a game
yes.
like really quickly and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember
Jake,
playing it back when it was just like the free to play. There's like less than 50,000 people that had played it, and it was just like on their site and just sitting there. And my gosh, the exponential level of people that got into the game is insane. But yeah,
yeah.
I remember when the only thing on the map was horribly animated and rendered water. Like the water physics originally were horrifying.
Oh, yeah. Water physics were awful. Yes, I've heard about that.
It was like game breaking to the point where a lot of people would purposely seek out areas that didn't have water. But it was I remember playing. The only thing that was there was TNT, stone break, gold, and water. Not stone break, stone, just like regular stone.
Huh.
Alright, where are them pants? And them pants.
Trying to get up enough. Let me see, is there any... Protection 3! Ah, this whole time I've been enchanting protection things. Ah.
I need to put stuff away. I don't need you anymore. You can go right here. Oh,
Okay,
we're almost out of space in the rotten food chest.
My theory is this won't cost a lot. Oh yeah, only four levels. 5 because I'm naming them.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go around to all the chests and little stuff that I put around and gather all the gunpowder and see how many rockets I can make.
Okay. I've collected some gunpowder too.
Because, like I said, I've used up all of the rockets we had.
You've been doing flight 2 with 2 gunpowder per rocket, right?
Flight 3 will give you more hang time per rocket.
Okay. Well, I've been doing flight 2.
But I don't know how that attributes into the economy of how much more it costs via gunpowder.
So I do flight 2 because it's like a in between getting longer flight and spending gunpowder, because you play 3 gunpowder to get the standard amount of rockets. I guess 1. I don't know, but you get the same amount of rockets no matter how much gunpowder you put in. But if you put in more gunpowder, the flight duration is longer. And
right, that's what I'm asking, is if it's worth the increased gunpowder for the increased hang time. What's the relative amount of hang time you get per gunpowder additional on top of the base rocket?
Well, I don't know exactly what it is, but what I found is that sometimes I launch an elytra and I don't go very far, so it feels like a waste to make flight 3 when I'm using them just to get off the ground and go somewhere that I could have glided to anyway. I don't know. That's just me, though. I do have these pants, by the way.
Yep, I am, as I said, going around to my various little deposits of chests that I've left in the wake of all my latent construction. I'm next to a bed if you want to sleep, just to make it a bit easier.
Yep. Now I'll spawn and spawn.
My kingly robes blend into the generic red bed.
Okay, it's on the floor.
Oh, there's some rockets. I found 8 flight duration 2 rockets.
Did you clear out all the stores? Oh, there aren't stores of flight rockets. Right. I've just been keeping mine in a shulker box, so that I always have some. And I don't even see where that is right now. Is it my second inventory box? Yes, I have 51 rockets as my backup supply.
Yeah, I think I went through an entire stack of Flight 3, and then like a stack and a half of Flight 2, just for aerial reconnaissance during building. Because I'm very inefficient with them personally.
Okay, I'm gonna put the silk touch pick I'm using in the chest because it's very close to full. So if you need another silk touch pick,
I mean, I've only
it's
gotten
there.
I've only gotten a Unbreaking 4 Efficiency 3 pick. It's, you know, it's not bad. It's just
Unbreaking 4 efficiency 3. Oh wait, yes. Wait, no. Efficiency 3. That's low. Should
no,
be
no.
efficiency
Yeah,
4.
Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4. It's named the
Okay.
Efficiency pick.
Okay, yeah. Let's
But
fuse this.
relatively little gunpowder considering how much time I spent working out here. But I did sleep a lot during the building just because it would have been impossible.
Have you gone in? There's a lot of gunpowder in our chest here in the warehouse.
Yeah, I've been moving gunpowder to there from all the chests around Rome.
Okay.
I'm just running around looking for chests that I've either dropped down or that you've put down.
Okay.
Several builds, yada yada. I'm gonna check some of the stuff in. Yeah, I probably should have checked in some of the chests in New Rome. Oh well.
I doubt there's anything in there.
You don't think?
No. I've been using like exclusively shulker boxes for New Rome, and the chest that is there is, I'm 80% sure, is all terracotta. For the wall.
Gotcha. None new. None new. Purple. I think that's about all I know about stuff that's already there. I'm so glad you can't trample flowers, because there'd be so many places where I've just like been crushing flower upon flower.
Yeah. Some realistic things in Minecraft would just be annoying.
Right? Like the fact that you generally wouldn't be forget the fact that they're technically leaves. A bush like this that I'm standing on would never be able to actually hold my weight. How much gunpowder we got? Hey, we got more than can sit in there, so I'm gonna take these 3 stacks and turn them
It
into
would be kind of
rockets.
cool if, like, it would just be annoying. Still, I was gonna say it would be kind of cool if, like, bushes had the same physics as slime blocks, where you kind of get stuck in them and you go down a level.
They already have that kind of with the berry bush and how it
right,
kind of slows you down and sticks you in there.
Yeah, but trees would be annoying because half of the fun of Minecraft is jumping around on the tops of trees. I don't know if it's half. That's maybe like 20%, 10%, 5%, a 20th of the fun.
I do not know how to build rockets, I just realized.
Paper, a single paper, and a zip.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking easy. Oh, we need more paper. I got 3 stacks. I got 3 stacks of gunpowder. So you make the flight duration 1 rockets, and then you add gunpowder to those, right?
Nope. You craft it with just gunpowder in the crafting table. Three gunpowder for flight 3, and a paper.
Okay, so if I use all of our gunpowder right now, I can make us 3. If I'm reading this right, I can make us 3 stacks of flight 3 rockets.
I don't know what exactly the math is. How many rockets do you get per paper?
You get 3 rockets per 1 paper.
Right. So if you had 3 stacks, you'd get 3 stacks Yeah, 3
So
stacks.
three stacks of gunpowder nets you 3 stacks of flight duration 3 rockets.
Right. So
Whereas,
you get
if you were
more
doing
than that.
if you're doing flight duration 1 rockets, it would get you 9 stacks.
Right. And flight duration 2 is the middle point. That's kind of where I tend to go because you get the best of both worlds.
I'm fine with doing just flight duration 2 and seeing how many we can get because I have more paper to see what we can get.
Right. And there's always the historical district if you need more paper.
Yeah, a little bit of leftover gunpowder, but not enough to make me care. So I made all flight duration 2, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a quarter stacks of rockets.
Got way too much stuff on me to be fighting mobs. Okay, I'm coming in. Coming into Rome via the Garden District. I made it so that if a swimmer is cunning enough, they can technically get into Rome from outside.
Huh? That's very easy with the fact that we have so many portcullis areas that don't have a portcullis yet.
Yeah, true. But I mean right here. You can swim under this fence gate and then swim under the fence gates. Here, I'll do it. Follow me.
Oh, I saw you go into this little bit behind me, and I thought you were going to show me this weird tunnel.
No. Although that does remind me of something.
How do you swim again? I can't remember.
Run.
Oh, there
It's
we
the
go.
same
I
button
got
as
it.
sprint.
We.
Yep, you just...
Yeah, for instance, this right here, not a fan personally. What I want to do
You don't
once
like this?
I
You don't like that?
want to raise it up and make the top side curve, but I want to finish the wall first. Like all the portcullis
okay.
areas and things like that, I'm going to get to after I have at least the foundation built all the way around. Because when I build one portcullis, I want them all to look slightly similar to the best of my abilities. So I need to know how many I need to make and the different kinds to see if I can find a design that works well with all of them.
Okay, so those are all kind of temporary right now.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I have intentions, I just don't have a design or a blueprint for design either.
Oh, that does remind me. If you would follow me.
Yes.
I did one thing just randomly last
yes?
week, before last week's stream. Walk by Mr. Expendable. Stand right here looking at this dandelion. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes. The hut? I thought this is exactly what I thought you were going to show me over there.
Yeah. That's why it reminded me of it.
Hey. That's such a weird way to creep out people in this chair specifically. Like, imagine you're swimming in Lake Crystal or whatever like that, even though you technically can't get below the glass line. But, like,
yes, you can.
Yeah, but you drown if you get up there.
No, you don't. You have the conduit.
Conduit?
Yeah, the thing that makes you swim infinitely. Or breathe infinitely.
Does it make us breathe infinitely?
Yeah, bubbles don't go down. You gotta watch those bubbles, man.
I was just drowning earlier, although I think I was out of the range of the conduit.
Whatever.
Hmm.
What were you talking about? I think I
I
went
don't even fucking know at this point. But
This is why it's called chill building, because we just chill
we
out
just chill.
and do random shit.
Chill building and tourist mode, I guess, because we kind of like act like tour guides in a sense for some of the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of necessary because there's a lot of stuff that we do off screen, like that massive wall. If we just didn't talk about that for the longest time,
Yeah.
I imagine the 3 people who maybe jump in here once for like 5 minutes every month or so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry. Imagine if we did the entire series from now on where we just didn't address what we were doing. Like, obviously, we talked about, oh, I want this here, I want that there on screen, but any building that we did off screen, we just don't talk about. Like, we don't say, like, hey, we did this, and we did this. If there's no need to bring it up, we don't. I see that as being a lot more game efficient, personally. Yes, I need to go back to... Okay, I need to sleep, so if you're near a bed...
Nope. I'm specifically going out to kill mobs. Give me just a second. I just need like...
I'm getting here fine. And this is what I spent all these rockets on. Getting aerial views and stuff like this. And here's a good way of seeing the wall from the sky. Yeah, one of the reasons why I need a lot more rockets than usual is because of how high the wall is between the port district and the military base.
Kill it. Kill it, you idiot.
What are you doing?
Ah, you're sinking now.
What are you doing?
Trying to get a dang record.
A record? I thought we had that one, didn't we?
Huh?
The one you get from a skeleton killing the creeper.
No, that's how you get any record. It's just random which one.
Oh, I thought it was specific.
Well, you can get green and gold ones in chests, but those there are the only ones that works with. Oh, okay, he shot the zombie. Even though I wasn't even trying to get him to do that.
I am looking. Ooh, there we go. This might be enough. I don't know. I'm not gonna need them for the walls.
There we go.
That was weird. Whatever. Time to go build at the base of that wall. Lead it all up to there.
That's a lot of creepers.
Kill them all.
It's just a lot of people spawning while I was messing with that.
I think my favorite physiological explanation for the reason creepers explode is that the gunpowder is part of their blood, and when you kill them, they decay excessively rapidly, and all that's left is a pile of the gunpowder that was in their blood.
Sure. I don't think that's canon. I
No,
really
it's
need
not.
to equip a shield.
I think, haven't they refused to explain the reason for them exploding?
I don't know. I know there's a game.
It's one of those things where they just don't want to tell anybody because they don't want to get the mystery is one of the huge draws for the creeper.
Yeah, it's kind of like a situation with Doctor Who and the Name of the Doctor. Like, they've built it up so much that they can't reveal it without being completely dissatisfying.
Exactly. The creeper is one of the most iconic mobs from the game, and so if you give it some really... Even if it's a very good explanation for whatever reason, there's going to be a section of your fan base that's going to get in an uproar over it, because diehard fans are the most annoying morons on the planet.
Yep. I mean, yeah. Okay, I think I have enough levels now. I'm gonna feed chickens next time if I want to get levels, because that's easier. You don't have to wait till night, and you can sleep. Do you want to sleep now?
No, because I'm in an area. I'm in the middle of building stuff in a safe spot, so you're free to keep going.
Okay.
Mulching things. Another fan thing that I love is after they introduced the ability to save villager zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had like this weird, well, not everybody, but a decent amount of people that I know in the community, Minecraft community, were like, well, does that mean that we should have been able to save them all from the very beginning? I'm like, no. I think there's a decent amount of people too that really want in whatever update to come up. They want it to be where if you die to a zombie, then your character becomes a zombie.
Really?
Yep.
I know, like, if you look at like the iPod or iPhone reviews of Minecraft Pocket Edition, it's just like 90% people going, "You should add this to Minecraft. That would make the game better."
Whee! What the fuck? Oh, I just did a strafing run. Took out a zombie in flight.
Nice. I was just about to tell a story of when I was in high school, and then I realized you were there. So, never mind.
Hey, I probably don't remember it.
So, I don't know. I had an iPod, and I went through the App Store reviews for no good reason, because it was fun reading them. And I found this one game. I forget exactly how I found the game, but it was very obvious a terrible ripoff of Fruit Ninja. It was like Cake Ninja or Cake Samurai or something like that. And it had great reviews. But when you read the reviews, you suddenly realized they were all generated by a robot just because of the way they were all written. Like, it was weird. But me, you, and Ari were going through it and reading all these reviews out loud, and it was interesting. But that's what I always think of when I think of iPhone reviews. It's easily exploitable, very weird, stupid people.
I mean, it's the same for Amazon reviews. If you go into Amazon and find anything with that has like 12 reviews, but they're all good, it's very clear the person who's like selling it has somehow gotten like a bot or like paid someone off to do it, because it's like it's overzealous for the type of product normally, or it's so generic wording that it's like this could literally apply to a Apple or like a dildo. Why? I don't know why that is the first thing I came up with, but
okay, I am out of levels now. I was at 40 earlier this stream. So. Holy crap. Yikes. I have a bunch of protection books that I don't need. I was gonna fuse them, but I'm out of levels.
Oh, I don't have enough smooth stone. I need to head back.
Are you actually being productive?
Yeah, I'm actually doing something now instead of walking around staring at shit for the entire time. I have plenty. Yeah, I made a shit ton of smooth stone. That should be plenty, though. I'm gonna need more iron bars, that's for sure. We may need to spend some decent amount of time in Alexandria at some point, so I used up a lot of our iron for these bars. I don't know if you checked our supply.
Yeah, I did. It is low.
Thankfully,
mean-
we have an infinite source. It's just that it takes us a 15-minute IRL trip to get there, and
Yeah.
we have to spend literal days IRL in game to get probably the same amount.
Well, I mean, I might as well announce this on stream. I sent you a message about
Oh yeah,
doing
no,
a Alexandria August.
I am still
So
all
that
for
would,
that. Yes, we can spend the
yeah,
entirety. Ooh,
problem.
I don't like
Oh,
how this looks.
I am one with the chickens. Okay, that's better.
You are poultry man. Everyone thought it was green. It was you. Someone's texting me. No. Laundry. Let me put this on mute. Usually really good about that. I lost track of what if I had counted all the way, so I had to go back down again. Yeah. Oh, that's why I need the lanterns. I think a good half of a stack of iron blocks was used just for making enough lanterns for the wall.
Yeah, I believe it.
So I didn't realize how much iron goes into these.
Yeah, it's one iron ingot pretty much for one lantern.
Right. And I needed like an extra like 10 or 15. And I might have gone a bit overboard. Yeah. No, I need scaffolding now. No, I need scaffolding now. I don't know. I thought in my head for some reason that it cost less. I don't know. Keep doing this. There we go. Now get on top of the fence line. Yeah. And then at this point, you just need iron bars. Yeah, everybody gets to see what I spent an entire day doing, basically. I don't know why, I just got super into ability mode. Once I got the initial base, just like stone brick, once I got all the stone brick all leveled out, I was like, this looks awesome. I want to see what I can get the foundation to look like. And then once I got that, I'm like, I need to finish this. And so I think I spent the entirety of last Friday doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I've done crazy things in Minecraft for a long time.
It's been a while since I've gotten that much into Minecraft, but I've just played all the other games that I have currently to death.
Right.
I
Yeah,
even
because
started.
I noticed
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
you kept playing Ark all the time.
Yeah, and then the guys I was playing Ark with aren't really playing Ark anymore because Scrap Mechanic Survival came out.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it looks like a fun game, but the technical aspect of it is way over my head.
Okay.
So I don't think I would really have much fun with it personally. Because I'm a builder, but I don't do redstone.
Right.
And the entire thing about Scrap Mechanic is that essentially, and I'm drawing a lot of comparisons to Minecraft just because that's what we're playing. Essentially, building a secondary redstone is primary.
Wow. Huh.
Which isn't a bad thing for people who are really good with redstone. I understand that that's a thing.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about the iron cladding. I need to get rid of this. I built it up to the Terracotta. I don't need seeds.
Yeah, just put a line of cobblestone.
I've
Just where
got
it meets.
cobblestone in a chest. I just need to get it. Now I need to get back up there.
Oh, by the way, for shulkers, if because you aren't coloring yours on anything other than purple,
It's the
is that
idea.
correct?
I mean,
Okay.
I didn't have any ideas of it. Maybe purple, maybe some red.
Well, because my idea for because I color code mine. If you're not color coding yours, I can just avoid purple, and then we'd be able to know whose was whose without having to look in the chest and read, oh, this is VMK89's stuff, or
I mean, we've got enough name tags where we could just name them all.
I mean, yeah, it's based on levels, not even name tags. So you can name them just in an anvil. You just put them in an anvil
Oh,
and
that's right.
change the name. Yeah. So I mean, if you want to just name them Lord Kirov's something, then yeah, we can do that, and then you can color code them too. Because I've already done that. I've already made all mine say BMK89. It might be a little harder for you because Lord Kirov is longer than BMK89. I guess you
Is
could
it
do
per?
LK.
Is it per letter?
It's no
Experience?
it's one enchantment, one level enchantment, no matter what. But bless you, Dad. But um, there is a limited amount of space that you can type, like you're limited characters wise, because only so much can fit on the UI.
Yep. That was a wasted rocket. I misclicked and sent a rocket to this moon. Now then...
Okay. Let's see. Time to make a whole bunch of chicken eggs.
Should have a little bit of cobblestone in here somewhere. I know I have a shit ton of cobblestone because I dug out the entire island and it was mostly stone, but I didn't have a silk touch pick.
Ugh. They need to fix the way throwing eggs works, because right now it like flashes, the screen flashes black briefly sometimes. So
Does
it's
it
almost
really?
like
I've never experienced that.
it might be the angle I'm throwing them.
I think it's because you're on a Mac.
No.
Alright, so correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just going to continue a bit of this cladding here. Hey.
Yeah. Hold on, let me turn down my volume. Sorry. Jeez, they're just really loud.
So you have 2 wide pillars of solid cobblestone going up, with 3 in between where you have the holes, right?
Say that again.
You have the cobblestone cladding going with the sort of the belts of 2 wide going all the way up, and then you have the hole things with the fence in between that. That's why it's like 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, right?
Right.
Do you want that to continue on the other side of this?
Yeah. It's going to be throughout. That's just the pattern.
But do you want the pattern to continue normally, or do you want there to be... What I'm trying to get... I guess what I'm trying to ask... can I come over here to the... how about if you fall over? to the new room real quick.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Because
Let
I
me
want to
just
make
grab
sure.
my shulker boxes before I forget.
I'll make sure to do this correct before I go any further, because I'm probably going to clad a decent chunk of this wall just to make it look nice.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure I know what you're asking, but
I really, really need to put something in between those lines. People.
shulker boxes, please. Oh, I've got more eggs in my. Oh, come on.
Yeah, might as well get these. Hold on, I'm in the middle of getting rid of a little bit of scaffolding that's redundant now.
Oh yeah, we have infinite feathers. That's right.
Well,
Not infinite, but like more than we'll ever need ever, because they're used for one item, and we have.
and we have
A
a skeleton grinder that gives us. We have like
that one
12
item.
large chests full of arrows, yeah.
Yep.
There's something on the other side of this wall. I'm hearing a zombie. There it is.
Okay, coming. I've got eggs in my inventory, but that's okay.
Yeah, you were building up this wall a little bit, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was working on it the other night.
Yeah, a bunch of zombies assaulting the area. You get rid of that, yeah.
Yeah, I need to torch grid the rest of that area.
I hate when you have a boat when you have an arrow drawn and you kill it with the first shot.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't have an infinity bow, you're like, oh, now I gotta go with that arrow. If you have an infinity bow, it's like, still, it's like, I just wasted that one shot's worth of enchantment. Alright, right here, so on this side, is this what you want? Is this what you want to keep going? Where from the exit point, you basically continue as if that was one of the 2x? Or would you rather have it be where the corners right here?
Can you throw me some cobble?
Yeah, I got you.
I guess is what I'm asking. I only have a very limited space in my inventory, so. Oh gosh, darn it.
So either that, or if you go out there, because this is 3 wide where I'm standing right now, we could just have these two continue up like this.
Yes, that is the plan. I just didn't block it in.
Okay. Oh, Leecher saved my butt there. Yeah, so that still works that way. Okay. I have a decent amount of cobblestone in the chest. I don't know if you needed any for this.
I have a shulker box of cobblestone too, so. I mean, that's actually not enough. Oh, interesting. Don't like that.
Don't like that.
The way this fuses. We'll just make this all solid.
Right.
I think that would look the best rather than having one of these like right next to it.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, hold on.
And once it gets high enough that it's not interacting with the wall, we can continue the pattern. If that's depending on height. Yeah,
Let's see.
that's not high enough to not interact with the
2.
wall. The wall is just huge.
Ah! Shit. Okay.
At some point, we should do a little building on New Rome. So I'm kind of stumped on what to do for the tower exactly at by your tower on your mansion. Like I have a general idea of like a parapet around where the wall ends right now, but then I want a tower up, and I have no idea what that's going to look like.
Hmm. You're gonna have to show me because I honestly zoned out there for a moment. I apologize.
No, that's fine. I know exactly what you mean.
I get focused on doing this.
Right.
Wait. Alright, and now my brain is going to want to get all the cladding between that tower and there up to the same level. What about down here where it kind of exit out? Do you have like a plan?
Coming. Oh, that was like perfect. What? What are you saying?
So, right here, where it's got this one over it, do you want to build like your own little thing around it? I know you want to do like a sewer system using all the prismarine from that one place
Yes.
that tore down.
Yeah, there's going to be a sewer pipe right here coming out of this. That is my alarm this time.
So we have the sewage of the people of New Rome and the exhaust and the waste from a chemical plant going into the only water source for the poor district.
Yep.
Love it. So what were you thinking exactly?
Okay, so you see this tower here that's actually fully clad? Ooh, yeah, I need to light that up.
Yep.
And I want to just punch him off.
I have infinite arrows.
That's true.
Got it.
But yeah, so this tower,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be the height of all the walls.
So
That's
like the
gonna be
greater
where it's
wall.
Right.
And those do have a specific height, so if you go up to them, then they all have the same y coordinate for height wise. So that shouldn't
Of
be
the
hard
greater wall, yeah.
yeah, that shouldn't be hard to find.
So the Rome wall. But so basically, I want to have like a walkway around the top and have a skinnier pillar go straight up to here. And
You want them to
so-
be asymmetric?
what do you mean?
One bigger than the other in some way?
I mean, the base takes up less square feet, is what I'm saying. Square meters, I guess, in Minecraft.
Oh! I love these boots. I have a leecher. Why did I not?
But so, okay. So let's just fill this in temporarily.
You have torches? Because I don't.
I have torches. I mean, I
I
have
think
coal if you
I
want.
can't remember. Is my tower at build limit? I can't remember if it is or not. No, it's not.
No, it's at cloud limit.
Well, it's well past cloud limit. I was talking about the lantern on
No,
the
it's not.
top of the spire.
Yeah, it's past cloud limit. It's not at build limit. No. If it was at build limit, you know, because things wouldn't be rendering in.
Really?
Like if you pillar up, you can go way higher. I think it's 256 is build limit.
I was gonna say I thought it was at 200 something, and we're at we're already at 108. I guess it's not that much higher than us.
No. Yeah.
I think we're level with what is it? 1, 2,
And basically, that's the reason why I want to have a tower here.
we're level
Because
with the 7th floor.
the reason I want to have a tower here is because I don't want to build the terracotta walls any higher because it takes time. And if I just have a tower here, then that'll dwarf your tower. It, just because it's got to be taller because it's
Are you
what
saying
you
that
built
my
there.
home is not allowed to be the icon of the city?
Well, if you want to think it is the icon of the city, but
I get it.
basically,
I get it.
yeah.
It's really
At some at some
massively
point,
shows the priorities when the Lord's home is larger than the walls of the city.
right?
It's a bit excessive. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're saying at this level you want to stop using the terracotta. What
right,
you want to like have this be like a little bit of a outer parapet area, and then have it cinch
right,
in and be like a slightly narrower tube of the tower.
right. So like maybe right here would be good, and then do
I usually go by 2 by for the outside wall, just because if that way it gives you
well. I was kind of thinking I would make parapets out so that like this is too wide.
oh right, because this is level with it. I forgot. Hmm.
So that would be more like 4 wide, I guess.
Right, because
No, it
if
would
you
be 3 wide.
no, if you go out, I'd say you go out at least 2 or 3 from the wall for parapets, especially when this big. You're gonna want to have slightly more over-designed parapets with the fact that how big of a tower it is. Like the greater
Right,
walls parapets that I built again early Minecraft days.
right,
I would spend many days going through all of it and rejiggering them if I had the patience, but I don't.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I've gotten a lot better at making parapets lately, and you need at least from the side of the wall with this size, I'd say 2, 3 to if you want to be if you want to be a bit more creative with it out
right.
because it'll just make it look a lot better that way.
And I probably this is going to be the start of the bottom of the parapets, so like they'd be coming up this way. So it might make more sense to raise this floor, have this not be the floor level, but where the parapets start. Um, if you follow, do you? Because the pattern is like right up to this, and I don't want to
Right.
cramp. Yeah,
The whole point of having a parapet though is that you probably want to go up a couple blocks just so that the parapet kind of like go
yeah, and I guess that's what
go
I'm
up.
saying is that it can go up as high as we need it to.
Right.
This is just a
I'd
temporarily
say go
temporary.
2 blocks higher from the level you're on, and have that be where it like meets the wall, in a sense.
So hold on. If I get
Like,
out
say you were
there,
doing just a straight digging out thing. If you come back over to me,
oh, that was a mistake. Let me get some cobblestone stairs in my hotbar.
excuse me,
All
it's
right,
getting a little
coming in a
late.
second.
You can see my
Yeah, we've got.
you can see my horribly underdeveloped backyard.
Yeah.
One of these
Okay.
days, I'm gonna actually see if I can make like a proper hot tub and everything back there. Like, so if you come over to me, you see what I'm
Uh-huh.
talking about with how like I just kind of went over the side bit here. That you want this block, whatever it is, be it stairs or whatever, to be
Uh-huh.
right above the edge of the design. So you'd at least want to go 2 blocks so that you could have levels of things, considering how big this tower is, in my opinion. 3 probably would be the most I do, just because you're almost making sort of like a saucer dish on top if you go too big with it, you know?
Right.
If you go too far out. And
Right.
with parapets, the higher you go, the more out you have to go with them, because otherwise it's going to look penis shaped or way too square.
Right. Okay. Uh, So maybe we should save this for another time. But
This is
we've
a
done
very
some
complex
brainstorming.
thing that we're gonna need because of how tall it is too. We're gonna need a shit ton of scaffolding
Okay.
because we're gonna need to have at least 4 or 5 layers of scaffolding going out so that we don't constantly kill ourselves.
Right. Is there a way down from here?
Yes. I like how
You
there's
with
just
your
like random.
mending elytra, looking
Uh,
so awesome.
yeah. I like how there's just these random little bits of scaffolding in the middle. Oh, we need to torch up this area down here. I didn't realize there was a large section that wasn't torched up down here. Oh, I didn't realize you put these little fencing down in here too.
Wait, where are you?
I'm underneath the poor district.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Booga.
Yeah, I don't like the way that looks with the park district. That's got to be temporary.
Yeah, I want to get rid of it too. Personally, I like the idea of it. Like if this
I
was
was
a,
actually I was actually thinking of
but lore-wise, the whole purpose of the underground area, the poor district, is that this is like where they're planning their rebellion. So for them
right.
to have just like windows into the other district isn't really,
Yeah, it
conducive
doesn't
to
work.
running an literally underground operation.
Yeah, there was one point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a different color
Here, follow me real
concrete
quick.
and fill that in, and then I ADHD'd and was doing something else. But yeah, I was just gonna fill that in with concrete so that you can't see it, and it still kind of fits the theme of the fence.
You
Are
kind
we
of
just wandering around now?
no. I'm
Okay, you're
showing
going
you
somewhere.
this chest right here.
Oh, okay.
And all the other ones are filled with massive amounts of dirt and some other construction supplies, if you so wish. One of these days, I'm just going to go around and gather all the chests we have lying around Rome that's full of jank and then put it back into the warehouse or the fire pit.
Yeah. Don't destroy stone, please, because I
Why
feel
would
like
I?
we're gonna need it.
Look, stone is one of the few things that is always going to be useful. I don't know if we're going to need 17 double chests of dirt.
Yeah, dirt is kind of different.
It is very much a renewable. It's not renewable, but is very much a excessive resource in Minecraft. I would say. You're never going to run out of dirt.
Yeah. That's probably right. Okay, well, good to know this is here.
Yeah, if you need stuff. This is all the stuff, by the way, just from tearing down that one island right there.
Seriously.
It is only from that island. Well, there's a
Wow.
handful of like stone bricks that are like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
go to-
Here's some stone brick in there that I left behind. I also got a decent amount of slime balls, dude. The right there, over
Right
there,
where? Yeah.
slime spawned like crazy over there.
Really?
I don't know, but there are a shit ton of them on this island that I destroyed.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. I destroyed it. I got rid of it.
Yeah, because it's a swamp. Right.
Right. But if we were to take all the torches out in the oh, that's what I wanted to do today. At least I wanted to finish this up. Sorry, ADD. If we were to take all the torches out of the swamp area, yet they spawned like crazy before I torched it up. Like way more than I don't know how often they spawn in that one block that we have, but it was insane.
Get out of your way for right now. Ooh, iron. Holy cow, what a big vein of iron.
Oh, I gotta find more stone brick. Oh, I'm gonna need to torch this area up. I'm gonna go get some torches and some more stone brick.
I got torches. Okay, goodbye.
Oof. No, no. there's some. 1, 2, yeah. 34. Should be good. And I think I have torches. Yeah, I have torches. You're right next to that bed, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, jump in it real quick.
I did.
So, I also have another idea of with the islands that, like the larger remaining island or two that are on the edge of the outskirts of Rome, I kind of want to turn them into basically like the Florida Keys, where there's like absurd mansions on them.
Okay.
But that's a pretty far down the line thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to really... Let's see. I'll patch up this wall, see if there's any other minor things that I can do. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do for that sea gate with the Iron Curtain, but it's just
Yeah,
If you can come up with an idea for me, go ahead. My current issue is that I don't want it to basically cut it off. But I want it to look like a gate that can open, but it's closed.
Okay.
With no way of getting past it while it's closed. And
Okay, I might have an idea.
Yeah.
Let me get over there and I can show you. I need to get these eggs out of my inventory before I do anything else, though.
Why do you have eggs in your inventory?
Because I was farming chickens for experience.
Why would you farm chickens for EXP? We have a skeletal grinder.
Because we also need to get more chicken.
I don't eat chicken. I eat only potatoes, like a true Irishman.
Yes. But I want a full regular chest of chicken in the diner.
Oh, you're one of those people that wants all the stuff in Minecraft to be functional. Actually, I prefer that over the people who just make like massive hollow things that only look good on the inside, but then when you get into it, it's like like people. I have. Wow, I need more. Brick. I didn't realize that. People who build skyscrapers.
Right.
And then they only look good from like 100 feet away or so.
Right.
And then when you get closer, you realize, oh, it's literally just a massive, giant rectangle of glass with a few, like, random stuff going up. It's only meant to look good from afar. What is the point of spending all the time building something like that?
Right. Yeah, that's why I don't build skyscrapers. Because I want to do interior design and everything. Like, that's why I haven't started the palace, is because I'm like, this has to be big. And I'm planning to do interior design to some extent. I mean, it's a palace, so it's going to be like very, like,
gaudy and sort of overdone.
Well, no, it's going to be like, because it's a palace, it doesn't need to be as like claustrophobic as most of my interior design. Like a dining room would be really huge, but then it still has a table like the size of your table in your mansion.
I think I see what you're getting at. Oh, that worked! Holy shit! I did something awesome on my screen.
I will watch it in the VOD. Or actually, I might be able to catch it right now.
Alright, the several second delay. Ah, ooh, that worked. Wall's fixed.
Okay, I don't think I caught it. I'll have to watch it in the bottom.
Yeah. Yay, that's all patched up now. So yeah, I just want this
Yeah,
whole area level for like all the walls around. And then Seagate is the only thing right now, I think. Yeah, that is the only opening currently from the Port District. Well, that and
nice.
that one hill along the tower that we need to do something with. I think we talked about possibly turning that
A
into
church
into like a small church.
with a graveyard. So it'd have
Right.
like a fence around the graveyard, so there'd be no way to get to it. From the Port District, at
Like the
least.
only people who would be able to actually get up there would be like the parish or something like that.
Right. And like there would be a way to get through it through the church, but like we'd have some sort of way of like
Right, basically one of
people-
our hidden ways of getting through places. Because we don't want to have it actually be inescapable, because then it would be an annoyance for us going through to build stuff.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. Get a little burpy.
I mean, we could just have a door that's normal, but like have pigman guards there saying like you can't go this way.
I like the idea of the of like a secret exit from the church.
That works too, I guess.
Somehow, I don't know.
I just feel like doing a piston door might be annoying to get through.
It doesn't have to be a piston door. It can just be like a hidden behind a bookcase or something like that. Or not that's not how much I say.
I was gonna say, isn't that a piston door?
I don't know. We should probably do something with trapdoors.
That would work, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, we'll find something to do with it.
And I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Like it used to be that you could just walk.
Walk through closed piston or closed trapdoors or something like that.
No, I mean, there's so much of this server where like originally we used to have just there was nothing built on it, so you could take whatever route you wanted. So like back in the day, District 1 was like non-existent. So like this was all just a grassy field. So as we build stuff, it's gonna mean that we're gonna have to, do more pathways and stuff, like the pathway over the docks and that sort of thing. Because like it used to be to get where the new Rome is, you just climbed a hill, but now you have like a fancy pathway to get there. That's kind of not perfectly direct.
No, well, I mean, to be fair though, I kind of built my house directly in the way of the straight line that we had going.
yeah. I guess that's what I'm referring to.
Because my thought process was going to be that my house was going to be built where it is, and then all of the area around it was going to be like a plantation almost.
Right, and that didn't happen. But
well, not necessarily I guess plantation, but I wanted it to be poppy fields, I think, originally.
Yes. I nixed that.
Yeah, you don't want me making heroin everywhere.
So now it's Sudafed instead.
Yeah, instead of making heroin from the poppy fields, we're growing Sudafed for meth.
Yeah, one night on a Friday when I was playing Magic with friends, I had got knocked out of the game or something. I was playing Minecraft instead of playing Magic, and I came across your signs that said that, and I read the one that was like emergency exit using case of cops, and a bunch of people cracked up.
Yeah, that's the point of those signs. They're meant to they're gags. That's all they are.
I still want to have somewhere in New Rome that has the signs about the flowers, Because there used to be flowers in front of your house that had a sign that said, "Do you realize that when you walked up to this sign, you trampled on
Yeah,
the
you
flowers?"
trampled all over these flowers. I remember that.
But yeah, I took it down so that the pets could have somewhere to live in the ground. That was not.
The
That,
what? Then they could live in the ground?
yeah, like zombies. No, I don't know.
Alright, here, I'm flying over there right now. I mean, you saw that little hedge maze area.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I mean, one of these days we're gonna have we're gonna have a massive area that I flatten out that's we're just gonna turn into a ginormous hedge maze. And then I want the
Yes.
very end of it to be, now think of what you could have done with all that time.
That's good. I like that.
Or
I am
something
definitely
along those
planning to put a
lines.
hedge maze.
Just make a hedge
somewhere
maze.
in-
It's like a massive hedge maze where you get to the very end and it's like, you just wasted X amount of time doing this hedge maze. Do you realize that you could have been like A or B doing this, or that?
Oh, and what you do is you don't have an exit there.
Right, no,
So-
that's the whole point, is that it's a massive hedge maze that like leads you in like like not a proper circle, but like leads you in circles all the way throughout it, and then it ends in the center with no way out. So you
Yeah,
have to
so-
walk the same way
So you
back.
realize that it's pointless, and then you have to walk back out.
Right. So you just wasted all this time. Give him like, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes and be like, wait. I don't know why, but I'm back in old one. This is a good map that I can kind of show off. Like, this island is the one that I deleted. I got this little bit torn off, that little bit torn off. I got rid of that island. I got rid of basically all of this stuff right here. Because I wanted to have the inlet area for the water. And you can really see how much we've did that little bit of the water going around. Wow, this map in the original Rome is very, very outdated. It still has trees in the Garden District.
Oh, wow. Where is it?
Right next to the original mines.
Oh, yes, that one. Right. I think that one has a map underneath it that you can update.
I kind of want to leave it how it is and just basically kind of like, you know, I don't know. It's not what we should have done when we started the map that nobody ever thinks of when they start a Minecraft map is take a
Right.
map of it, and then every year or so you take another map, and then you never update the old ones, and you just like show how much you've progressed in X amount of years or so.
Yeah, they've actually added in an easier way to do that now with the cartography table. I think if you add like glass to a map, it just becomes unchangeable.
Interesting. No, yeah, I can see what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know. I kind of did okay with the with my first house. It might have been a bit OTT.
I mean, yeah. I mean, compared to everything else, yes.
Well, okay, so I'm going through all my house right now. You know, I had the mansion with the cracked in.
I mean, compared to what my house was at the time.
You
I
were just
mean,
living in Sand House, weren't you?
Well, yeah, basically. But when I first started, I had that little house on the island. It's like as small a house as I could possibly make. It's like 2x3.
Oh yeah, no, I see it right now. I'm going over there. I'm flying around.
That was my house. It's
So,
my home away from
Yes,
home.
so you said
Home is
I just showed off how you know, my house, which is like several stories high with like a fully furnished attic and like a meeting room and everything in it, and then we got your house, which is like barely enough to hold a double chest, crafting table, oven, and a bed, and nothing else. Because back then you can put there's not even space for more chests in there. It is literally other than the door entrance, it is a 3x2 space.
Yup.
Is a 3x2x3.
Yep.
It just shows the difference because I didn't have any place where I was like living while I was building my house. I legitimately just like fought off mobs as I built my house. I don't start in a server that I'm familiar with. If it's like, you know, this where we have control over this because it's the realm, whatever. I do
Right.
not start off with like a dirt hut and then build from there. I will build a massive building that looks like a modern day mansion almost. And you could obviously tell as well that like we started out right when the new stone was added in because my entire house is made out of andesite.
Yeah, and Phil was being reasonable. We didn't like get his perspective because he was fresh. We thought that was on him, but he was like, these rocks don't look that good. Why are you guys using them so much?
Right? He's like, why are you only using these ones? It's funny. Oh
Okay,
wow! This
got a new
small
silk
map,
touch and pick.
this small map up here
Uh-huh.
is it predates District 1.
Really?
Yeah, the small map in my attic in the town hall.
Yeah, I believe it.
I love coming in here just because I'm like, I built this attic and I had no use for this attic. I just wanted to have a fully furnished attic. Okay, so the idea with this house originally was I didn't want to build a square house, a square roof. And so I built this slightly vaulted roof that I have, and then I started building the floors afterwards.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those things where I usually, when I build, I'd have building a box and then adding onto it rather than building the base of what I want it to look like in the end.
Right.
So I had this big box, and I added in all the trappings and everything, and then I got to the roof and I realized I have this massive space that I can't turn into anything. And so it just laid empty for the longest time. There's not even any windows or anything. And it's just like,
Yep.
it's like when you're a person who has like a really massive forehead, in my experience. That's what it looks like to me. But yeah, you can see all the blocky, like, old stuff. I love how before we did any farms, we just coated the coast with sugarcane.
Yeah.
And now it's just become like a national, like, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
Like, the entire, like, southern coast,
I
like, the entire southeast corner is completely covered. I love it. Ooh.
when I first started playing online Minecraft, I was on the same server that you used to be on for a brief time when you weren't playing, but some of our other friends were. And there was this town that one of our friends had on that version of the server that had some sugarcane, and I just went around the whole coast and added sugarcane. So when I came to this server, I was like, I'm going to do the same thing. So that's where that originated from. But no, we're never running out of sugarcane as long as we keep farming it.
I mean, we have prototype industrial farms in Alexandria to the point
That's true.
where if we turn those on and we sit in Alexandria, we will have a infinite amount of sugarcane and iron.
Yep.
Those are the two active farms that we have going right now that will work.
Yes. Are you thinking of putting the creep? No, the creeper farm has to be above water.
I am
Isolated.
thinking. My original thought process was to take the underwater temple that we have already like completely just demolished anyway, and using that as a platform to build off of and build it around there.
There's going to be a guardian farm there, though.
can't use that one, I thought.
Why not?
No. My brain died.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Lord Kirov. What are we doing? Oh yeah, Minecraft. I think I was just staring at the wall for a little bit too long there.
All right. But yeah, that's where the Guardian farm is going to be.
Right, so I have absolutely no idea about the creeper farm then.
I think we had some plan offshore of the mesa.
We've got the larger map over in the diner, right?
Yeah.
I'll take a look at that real quick. Trying
Yeah.
to see. So I think we had a plan.
We did. I should update my little file that I have. There you are. That I drew on this map and add annotations to it. Oops, sorry. Oh. You know what we should do? The easiest way to do this is to come up here.
Oh, look, there's no point in updating this right now. I think.
I'm just gonna make it easier to look at.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Putting stuff down.
Yeah.
So you can just barely see the southern edge of Coliseum Island, which that's a project that I've since basically put on the far back burner for the longest time.
Yeah.
It's like we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. That's also why the tree farm doesn't have dark oak, because
we have so much from that.
Yeah.
It's an entire dark oak island that we're just going to clear cut, and then my plan is to flatten it out, turn it into a perfect disc of an island, which is going to take me a lot of, which is going to be a big headache.
Yeah.
I essentially wanted to have like the outer walls of a Colosseum, and then inside there's like smaller Colosseums within it.
Huh. Okay.
It's an idea for a different age.
Back to what we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You see where the little peninsula and all the islands out reaching it, close to where the squares are from the terracotta farms?
Oh yeah, all those little. Hold on. Yeah, these ones are over here.
If you kind
of, I think I know what
you're past that, towards the painting here. That's where I thought we were talking about doing it.
The thing about them is that they need to be over water.
Right.
And you need to go underground. I think if you want like the best yield for any grinder that's like a mob spawner thing, you need to go underground and make sure that all of the caves are lit up and everything, which is a big pain.
So that's why you do it over ocean. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it eliminates a good chunk of that.
I mean, we have a lot of just blank ocean. If you want to come up to Brian's room, there was a couple quadrants that were just like all. Let's see if the Batcave entrance is open. Doesn't. Oh, Batcave is open. This is just going to become the Batcave.
It's like the opposite of the Batcave. It's intended for making drugs and keeping rich people safe from the police. Also, don't you love the fact that I am the Emperor of Rome? I have all the infinite riches, but I still sell drugs on the side for the walls. I like to think that I just like throw bags of it over my wall into the poor district just to watch them fight over it.
That's awful.
It is. I'm getting into the mindset of the person that I pretend to be. Hi, Brian. Right, we got
Where
these
did this
much better
carpet
maps
go?
here. Huh?
There's a piece of carpet missing. I'll take that egg.
Brian, did you eat carpet? You gotta stop being a carpet muncher, Brian.
Oh yeah, this isn't done. But oh yeah, Fort Anvil. The Fort Anvil quadrant of the map is like nothing but ocean. And I guess up here, south of the desert, is a lot of ocean too.
You see
I mean,
what? You
with
know
it,
what I'm looking at
yeah,
is that between, like below the Rome, which
uh-huh,
now that I think about it, technically we are connected to the Mesa. So I always thought of like only the green area as like the Roman continent, but technically we are part of a massive continent.
yeah, we are.
We're at the start of an archipelago of large islands.
Yes,
Anyway, you see this little island that looks like it's flipping you off, like
yes,
I want to say
yep.
southeast. Between that, we have that large bay. Do you think we'd be able to build it in that bay, or would you not want it that close to the old Rome?
I mean, like you see where it's not filled in, that kind of like half of a fish almost shape.
What?
Okay, the not filled in ocean part.
The
Uh,
blank area where you went around, where it's clear that you went around the coast of the Mesa.
yes,
Yeah,
there's
I think I see
yeah,
it. Yeah, this area right here.
yes, that we could put it in there. That would be far enough away.
It would be a trek every time, but
I mean, we could make it a stop on an underground railroad.
the whole thing about a creeper farm though is that you have to be there for it to like, for mobs to spawn, because they're not going to
That's
spawn in
true.
the block. It's not one of those. There's nothing. There's no farms in Minecraft where you can leave them
Right.
going, because Minecraft doesn't keep going if you're not on. But
So then, so we need it in a place that's close to a place that we actually spend time in.
which is one of the reasons why I thought we'd be doing it over that, because you can see the little brown dot where we have that mesa biome, and that's right dead center of a massive deep ocean area. That's
Yeah,
relatively close. And
but we also
we have
that.
other farms that we have other temples too, which is why I thought we were going to use a different temple for the Guardian farm.
Well, we already started clearing out that temple, is what.
We've already completely cleared that thing out. The only thing that's left is the outer shell,
Right, and that's what we need for the Guardian farm.
and we've already put down all the posts. Yeah, we've already done a lot of the work to turn it into a Guardian farm, which is probably going to
Right.
be honestly,
Well, there's
considering the fact that we don't necessarily use the Elytra constantly, I don't
yeah,
see the creeper farm as being a priority personally.
right.
The only reason we've gone through so many stuff recently is because I started building big stuff again, and now that we have the Elytra, it's the first time I've had an Elytra without already dying. I don't know.
But you were using level 3 rockets before?
I was, but all of the gunpowder that we had, I used to build a crap ton of level 2 rockets.
Right. So do you think we could keep up if we just use flight duration 2 and keep farming creepers?
If
I
we
don't
make a
know.
point of killing creepers when we see them, we shouldn't have any issues.
Off Coliseum Island, there is a Guardian farm.
What?
Off of Coliseum Island, there's a Guardian farm not too far away. Not a Guardian farm, an ocean monument.
I was gonna say, you already built one?
Yeah, without you, man. I was just like, you know what? He's never gonna finish this. I'm gonna pick a different one. Clear that all out. No. Um, an ocean monument is there.
No, we found like a stupid amount of them to the point where we stopped recording where they were because we just have so many.
Right. Yeah, there's at least 2 or 3 in the ocean in between Fort Anvil. And yeah, I found tons of them just going around this map. But I mean, does it have to be at a Guardian farm? Couldn't it just be somewhere? What about in the center of this, like the archipelago you were talking about? That comes
The whole
east of
point of
Rome?
it, the whole point of the Guardian farm is that the Guardians only spawn on the ocean temples. So it's not like if you build a box in the middle of the ocean, they're going to start spawning Guardians. That's the thing.
Well, no, the Guardian farm would be where we started. I'm talking about the Creeper farm, where the Creeper farm should be.
Right, no, that's why I wanted to do it in this little bay area that's like just south of Old Rome, like in between Old Rome and that one island.
Oh, and where the end is?
Yeah, between End Island and End Isle.
I don't know. I guess like those chunks won't be loaded when we're building up in New Rome still, though.
Right, but that doesn't matter because they'll be close enough. We'll at least have some going through every now and then. Versus if we build it right on that little fishtail that you were talking about, we're hardly ever going to be over there.
True.
Like once in
And
a
the same
very
for the
blue
other-
moon.
Right.
That's my concern with that.
Yeah. That
So
bay
if we
right
put-
there
if-
might be a good idea.
We just
I
need to
mean-
make sure that there's like a solid chunk that we can use. Is the issue?
The hunting lodge is somewhere in there. Actually, I think I see it. There's 2 gray pixels.
Yeah, no,
Where
I
the
can see the
hunting
hunting
lodge
lodge right there. So it'd be just south of the hunting
of
lodge.
the hunting. Yeah.
And we go there
sure.
all the time for
Right.
just general hunting anyway. Like that's
yeah,
where
and
I've
the
been getting
farm's
the
right there.
that's
so-
where I've been getting the majority of our gunpowder from, is going up there and just sniping creepers all night and then going out at the end of the night picking up all the gunpowder and experience.
So that's one option. That's an option. That's probably the best option if we're going to do that. The other thing is we could just go AFK. Except AFK doesn't work on a Realm server because I've got no way to turn off the... Yeah. So, yeah, it probably makes sense to put it in that bay.
Then after all that conversation though, that my issue is we need to make the outside of it look decent, because all these other things that I see, all these creeper farms that I've seen, like the tutorials and stuff,
Uh-huh.
they're like these giant monolithic things,
Right.
and I'd like to at least put some sort of like facade over it to make it look like it's something versus just a just like, you know, something for chimps to bash bones around, you know.
Yeah.
Which would add to the construction time and complexity and everything. Which is one of the reasons why the fishtail area would work aesthetically, because we wouldn't see it ever, because we'd never be over there, but we'd never be over there, so it wouldn't be efficient to build. Let's take all the time to build it all the way out there, and then not
Right.
have it work 90% of the time.
Right. What if we did it... No, 'cause I was going to say we could do it by Fort Anvil, because Fort Anvil is fairly close to water.
But we're never over
at-
there either. It's further away.
Yeah, I was just looking for... Yeah, Rome, it probably makes sense to do it Rome. Honestly, because putting up a facade, we'd have to be very careful to not add in spawning places and screw up the farm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Which
know
is-
if a facade is even necessary.
It's
if we
not
did-
necessary at all. What I'm saying is that I'd like to do that probably.
Well, yeah, I guess it's not necessary for it to function. I guess what I'm saying is, like, even if it looks monolithic, we could just be like, yeah, that's a monolithic thing that floats over our ocean, and I wouldn't think that would be too bad.
It's
'Cause,
the
I mean,
city
that's
of
what the-
Rome's monument to Cthulhu.
Right. Because that's what the Guardian farm is going to look like. It's just going to look like a weird thing.
I like the idea of the citizens of Rome worshiping Cthulhu.
All right.
That doesn't have absolutely no timeline anachronisms any at all.
Yeah, they worship the creeper gods. So they built a monolith.
No, they sacrificed the creepers and the guardians to Cthulhu.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
All mob farms are just sacrificial pits for Cthulhu.
Okay. Create a new lore. Sure.
Yay! I've been reading too much HP
so...
Lovecraft lately.
So right where that bay is, we should maybe write that down in our Discord chat so that we remember that it's there.
I never really go further back into the Discord chat. Well, after that long instance of people listening to me and you talk while I stare blankly at a map,
Great streamers.
Oh my god, you just peeked way into the red.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm going to end our stream there for tonight. We've been going for 2.5 hours, and I have a few things I need to do, like eat, so that I survive.
Alright. Have a good night,
okay,
everyone.
Bye. Everybody have a good night, and even though we're past the curve and everything, people, please stay safe. Do not think that because we are past the curve, everything is opening up. Oh, I can take this off and just make out with everybody that I see on the street. No, don't be an idiot. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, yada yada. Have a good night, people.
Have a good night.